Today I'm going to show you how to make these fun Halloween backgrounds using just acrylic paint, a gel plate, and then a bunch of different papers. So today we are going to use the gel plate and stencils to make some Halloween backgrounds. So I have a whole bunch of stencils. I have mixed media paper. I have old paper. But this has to be, like, I have old paper that is really cool and crunchy. This has to be like mid-50s paper that actually isn't delicate. Otherwise, it'll just fall apart. Then I have some cheap tissue paper. And then I have some Tim Holtz collage paper. And I went and got my big scissors today so I don't have to rip it, that I'm going to make some pieces of. And what I want to do is I want to get a whole bunch of different background images that I can use on all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of different projects. I have a, ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's going to be a candle. I have a plan to do a wall hanging and then at least one clipboard and then a garland, Halloween garland. So I need lots and lots of different materials to use with my gel plate. And this is just a cheapy gel plate, and I'm using cheapy craft paints because it doesn't matter today. This is just going in the background. Sometimes I like to use a little bit better paint, but today we're just going for some really background pieces. You're just going to catch glimpses of them. And I went with two different colors of orange, one a more muted orange and one a more bright orange. And for this layer, I'm just going to get some of this on here. And I don't want it to be perfect, okay? I don't want it to be cover it fully. That's the beauty of the gel plate, is you get this rustic, cool, layery, you know, right off the bat. So this we're gonna do, just do a little tappies. I always do my most delicate thing first, so the tissue paper's the most delicate. And then we're gonna pull a second pull on actual paper, and this isn't going to get much because we didn't put much on there. There we go, just a little bit of orange. We'll keep that one handy because we'll do that again. All right, so let's get a little bit more orange on here. These are just going to be my plain orange backgrounds that we're going to do other stuff to. Don't fret. We're going to do fun stuff. So there's a good orange, but now, all right, what else? We have mixed media. We want some orange on. And I'm not going to do the collage paper, but I'm going to do at least one more orange background, just plain old orange on the back. And see, this is where you get those cool, you get layers. You get something weird was on there, so then I got a spot on there. You get really neat colors that already start out looking good. So we're going to let those dry. Now we're going to do some orange. We're going to keep going with our orange. And I'm going to make some tissue paper, backgrounds. So now I want to do this. And then I'm going to mix these up because I don't ever want them to be one solid color because that's kind of boring. And the cheap acrylic paint is so cheap, you can afford to buy gajillions of bottles of it. I buy tons of it. All right, so there we have that. And we're just going to get this. We don't want to smush it so much as just gently put it down. And now, isn't that gorgeous? That's going to make a great background. That one's done. We're going to leave that there. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we'll do a little mixy mix on some of this mixed media, see what we can do with that. All right, that's cool. That's gonna make a good background. Can we get this? No, there's not enough there. All right, so I'm gonna cut that. Maybe leave this. We might come back and do another one, but we have this other piece. All I want to do is have a whole bunch of different textures and patterns and things that I can use in my artwork to have a bunch of choices. So this is going to be little dots and then kind of a damask pattern. I think that's what it's called. And you just go through the stencils with the acrylic paint and the brayer. You got to have the brayer. You can't paint. It would take you forever. And we're going to do that. We're going to grab a piece of cheap tissue paper. And there we have two different things that we can use. And we can layer with that later, right? We're going to put this over here. And let's do a couple more stencils. I love this stencil. Maybe some squares. Okay. Squares. And let's do, this is kind of a darker rusty stencil. Let's get a different color in here. Ooh, yuck. That one's not actually paint right now, it's just googs. There we go, there's some paint. All right, we messed up that paint. And I'm tempted to use it, but it's just gonna make a slobby mess. All right, always shake your paints. Because if they're acrylic paints and you haven't used them in a while, they're gonna separate out. There we go. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, this is gonna be a pretty color. Okay, there we go. There we go. Get some Harlequin over here. Okay. We got this extra piece that we didn't use last time. Oh, that's going to be a good background. Okay, and then let's do this little guy. I like the Harlequin the best, so let's do that on the mixed media paper. See what we get. Ooh, creepy. And then we'll do our spots. Let's do the spots, or the squares, on some, ooh, the psychology, that sounds creepy. I'm doing an asylum artwork. So let's do that. There we go. Good one. Cut that off. And even in Florida, those are almost dry. Like, you can't go wrong doing stuff like this because you're putting such a light layer of paint on the gel plate that the stuff tends to dry really fast. So we're going to do a pull. Oh, that's good. That's a good one. All right, so now we got a whole bunch of orange stuff. Let's try to get the rest of that off, or at least some of it off. There we go. There's another one. Good one. Okay, and now we do have to clean our brayer off and our paint off because I'm going to switch to yellow. I guess you could have done yellow first, thinking it's the lightest color, but I don't find that it makes a big difference. You know, it's just not, it's not that rocket science-y, right? Okay, so we got that. Let's clean off our brayer. Although having a little bit of orange on the brayer wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, right? Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. Now let's do some yellow work. Yellow is my favorite color. So we're gonna do some backgrounds in yellow. That's how I always start. Oh, this time I put it on there. Sometimes I put it on there. Sometimes I put it on the side. But this one, let's get it all conditioned with yellow. Try to get all that orange off there, right? We can put this over here for later. These whole cans of paint, right, cost, I don't know, $1 on sale. So you really can't go wrong by using these cheap acrylic paints. All right, there's a yellow. That's a great background. Let's do one more. I'm gonna do that. That was on old paper. I'm gonna do one on tissue, just to kind of clean it up, right? Get it all switched over to yellow. Oh, see here. That I love, but it has a bunch of orange in it, right? Okay. So, let's go. Let's go. Let's do my main goal is to make a bunch of harlequins today, because that's going to be the background color, background pattern of a bunch of what I'm doing for Halloween. So I want to make sure that I have a bunch of it for my background. And Harlequin is very Halloween-y, plus it's my favorite pattern in the whole entire world. And I don't know whose stencil this is. I was going to say I think it's Tim Holtz, but I don't know. All right, let's do this. Get a really good one on here. Look at that. That is stunning. All right, let's do a pull of a cheapy tissue paper. And when I say cheap tissue paper, I buy like reams of it for nothing. For like $15, right? Okay, now let's do some fun little ones because we want all kinds of patterns. Otherwise, it gets sort of boring. So we'll do this. And let's do this on, oh, there was a scooge of orange in there, which is fine. I just tear these up and use them, so it truly doesn't matter if there's little things all over the place. Could not care less. Where did that come from? That had to have come from one of the stencils, right? So what do you do when you get something icky on your gel plate? You know, you're gonna do a clean pull, right? All right, we're gonna use, I have a ton of this paper today, so we're gonna use the paper and then we're gonna come back in later and put something cool on it, but I'm not wasting those really neat patterns that are showing up there. Okay, so we gotta get this one to do some yellows. And if you go up and down and then back and forth, you tend to cover more of the, get more of the paint through the stencil, right? Up and down, back and forth. And you see how like here I have more paint and there I have less paint? That's what I want. That's what I'm going for. I'm not looking for full coverage all over. I am looking for there to be a bunch of different layers of paint color and pattern and okay. Oh, look at that. That is cool. Okay, so we got that. Let's do a cheap tissue paper to clean it up. Nice. And even that, I mean, that is just amazing to have for little pieces and things of background. Okay. Now, last but not least, we are going to clean all this up and go in with our black. Because black, while I wanted lots of orange and stuff like that, black is going to be my background color. And so I need a lot of it. And black is my favorite. So now we'll get black and oogie googies over here. Let's shake it. Learn a lesson, Schiffer. Okay, so what do we want to do first? You know me. By now, even with just this video, you know me. And we're going to go in with black Harlequin. Now, I'm going to be making a lot of black Harlequin because that's going to be the basis for my one of my projects. Ooh, to be forgotten. That's kind of cool. This may be 2 pieces. I can't tell right this second. There we go. Ooh, that's awesome. Nope, just yes, no, yes, no. Nope, just super thick paper. That's a good one. All right, so that's good. Now we're going to come in here with this one that we had. And I'm not necessarily trying to line it up. Look at that. That is the money. That's the money shot. Okay, back to this. And I'm not trying to make it perfect. I'm not going to try to make it messy, but I'm not trying to line up this stencil perfectly every time. Let's do some Tim Holtz collage paper for this. Let's get a little bit more on there. Boop. Because I need these for fancy art, not just, see how we can see that in there? That's good. There we go. And it's got texture because it's kind of going around the last time I did it. Oh, let's put it on here with what we got there, right? Ooh, spooky Halloween. Okay. All right. Back again. Oh, now we have kind of a clean slate. And I will probably wind up speeding this up because quite honestly, I have stacks and stacks of paper that I am going to make Harlequins on. And then I'm going to do other ones, so I will just let you know when I get there. Now we're going to switch over to some other stuff. We're gonna make some black. Ooh, that was nice and ooey gooey, wasn't it? How did the yellow creep in? I have colors creeping in all over. Look, there's a little bit of yellow creeping in. Okay, so let's do this. I'm thinking some tissue. I'm even thinking some good tissue because this is gonna be a good pattern to use. Okay. Oh, nice. Look how neat that is. And then we get the little bit of yellow coming through. I love that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this old piece, right? And you're gonna get wet spots. You may get rips. Do not worry. This is background, right? Just background stuff. That's cool. That turned out cool. All right. Let's do a couple different ones. Let's do Harlequin. Let's do a whole Harlequin. I told you it's my favorite. Okay, I'm gonna put this on nice because maybe we'll make a tag from it. What do you think? Maybe we'll make a tag, maybe we'll make some borders, we'll do some inking over top of that, but that's solid, man. That is solid. Okay, here we go. We're gonna use this one that we did earlier on here. And this is a nice heavy piece of paper. There you go. There's some Halloween look. All right, let me see if I got any more background. Oh, I do have more background, so I'll keep doing some of this. This is that one that has the cool goober in the middle of it. This could be a tag for sure that we can cut up into a tag. Creepy ladies. I mean, nice 50s women. So that'll be a good background because you won't be able to tell what's back there. Okay, now we have to do some other stuff. Let's do a whole black pole to kind of get that off. I don't know if I'll ever use just a black background, but you can at least clean up your gel plate, right? Spooky Halloween. I kind of am digging this one. I feel like when I'm doing my stencils, I go back to my hippie roots. I was a child of the 80s, teenager in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. And I'm like, has my vernacular never moved beyond that? And quite frankly, no. All right, let's do this. Because there's no sense when you have all this stuff out and you're working on it and you're getting everything oogie googie and got colors, the same colors you're using. There's no sense in not going ahead and making lots and lots, because I can use black backgrounds in things that aren't Halloween, right? Okay. So let's do this guy. I haven't been totally successful with this guy, but let's see what we can do if we give him a chance all by himself. Let's do a collage paper with him. Maybe we just haven't given him a good enough material to work with. There we go. Oh, that's not bad. That's much crisper. Imagine that. If you use decent materials, you get decent results. Ooh, shoot. Okay. Good thing I caught that. Okay, we're going to do this. It was almost a debacle, people. There's a good last pull. This is one of my favorite stencils, and I know this is Tim Holtz. This is like old clocks. And I have old, I've got pieces of tissue paper hanging out here on it. So clean your stencils, people. I don't care. All right, here we go. All right, look at those clocks. Let's do this. This is going to be amazing. See? I told you so. All right, we got to do a cleanie offie. Then we'll do another one. Little perfect for clock tearing. Okay. All the white is where the tissue paper's stuck. A good crafter would clean her stuff, but let's see if we have one that we want to make a tag of. Then we have that. Excellent. Here's another side to this. And we're going to do one more of this, and then we're going to be done. I got a whole pile of stuff that we can use to make Halloween stuff. And literally, it took us, what, 15 minutes? No time at all. So that is, you don't have to always go and buy scrapbook paper. You can make your own designs using acrylic paint and whatever background materials you have. So there you go. Nice. Hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.